twist. Today we're going to make key lime pie. And we're going to twist it up a little bit because I live in Wisconsin and I can't really get key limes, but this is the way that we make key lime pie here. We're going to start off with, I've got a sort of a rigged double boiler. I always like to use Land O'Lakes margarine. For me, that's the best for baking. So I'm going to put one stick in there and I'm going to let it melt. I don't want it to melt all the way, I just wanted it to be soft. And this is the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. I don't like to use a microwave, so this is where we're going to start. We're going to let that melt a little bit. Over here, we're going to take 2 cans of condensed milk, put it into a mixing bowl. Okay, there's your first, second, and you can use any kind of condensed milk you like. You can use a fat-free one if you would like to do that. I just chose the regular version. And then I'm going to slowly add in the lemon juice. It's going to cut it up a little bit, don't get concerned. We used regular limes, and we squeezed about a little over a half a cup. Okay, we're going to go little by little, and we're going to stir it in. I like to turn the bowl, helps mix it. I never put it all at once because it cuts it up, and I really want it to mix right. And that way it allows me to taste the condensed milk and see how tart it is. And that's really up to you. Some people like it a little sweeter, some people like it a little tartar. So that's how I do it. That way I can get just the right consistency and flavor. I've been making key lime pies, or lime pies, for a long time, so I know that it's probably not too far from where I want it to be. We're going to add a little bit more. And this is a very easy recipe. This is probably about the easiest part of it. All the work goes into the crust. And that's what we're going to do next. Just about right. And the reason I know that is, see how it's becoming a little bit looser? That's how I would like it. Okay. It's ready now, and the way I can know is because it's very loose. It's almost watery, but not there yet. So that's how I know that this is as tart as I want it to be. Now that we've mixed it, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about 40 minutes to about an hour. Okay? I just want it to harden up just a little bit. We don't use any eggs in this mixture. Now we're going to check on our butter, see if it's ready. And it is. We still have a bar in there. It's a little bit melty. Okay. I like to use Honey Made, Nabisco. They have a nice quality. So we're just going to mix this in. I'd say probably about 2 to 3 cups, depending on how thick you want your crust. I want a nice substantial crust on mine since we're using 2 cans of condensed milk. Okay, so we put that in there. We're going to put a half a cup of brown sugar. The darker the better. It has a little bit more molasses in it, so that's why I like to use it. You can use refined sugar, white sugar. I try to stay away from that just because I prefer the flavor of the brown sugar. So we're mixing that around just to make sure that it's enough. We're going to mix it. Remember, the butter's at the bottom. As you're mixing in the brown sugar, this is really to your taste. It depends how sweet you like it versus how a little bit more salty you like it. I like my crust in the middle, so we're going to add a little bit more brown sugar. And as you're mixing it, it's going to start to get clumpy, and that's what you want. Okay, it's going to start just like that. It's going to start getting clumpy. And what you do is you're going to take a little taste of it. It's just perfect. Okay, so that part is done. But to this, we're going to do a little bit different. This is where the twist comes in. We're going to add about a tablespoon of pure vanilla. Okay? And 1 shot of rum. We're going to mix that all together. That's really going to give it a nice flavor. Okay, this is ready, and this is what it's going to look like. It's going to start to be like a paste. Okay, so we're going to let that sit for a second. Now, I try to make all my pies in these spring form. They're great. They're easy to clean, easy to separate the pie from them. Great for cakes. It really saves a lot of time. Okay, I've put some parchment paper on it. We're going to spray a little bit of Pam, just around the edges, you know, so it doesn't stick. There we go. Very light. Okay, perfect. I'm going to spread it. Okay, we're spreading it around. You want it to get it even all the way around, no little holes, covering everything up. Take your time. There we go. Okay. Right. Now we're going to place this in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on the strength of your oven. And that's what we're going to do right now. We just need it to harden up just a tiny bit. Okay, it's been about 10 to 12 minutes. I've pulled it out. You're going to see it's going to almost look like it's risen, okay? Just bring it out. It'll slowly go down. That's because it's got the alcohol in it. It's got the rum. It's got the vanilla. It'll slowly go down as it cools off. So you want to let it sit probably for about another 15 to 20 minutes. Okay? Okay. Now that our pie crust is ready to go, you see that it's hardened and has gone down. And our pie filling is chilled. We're going to go ahead and put it in. Use a spatula. That way you can get every last little bit of it. Okay. You just want to spread it evenly. There you go. Now we're going to put this in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. You want to take it out as soon as it starts bubbling around the rim. Okay? And we'll pull it out when it's ready. It's been about 10 minutes. We've pulled the pie out of the oven. You can see that it's caused a little bit of the bubbling. Okay, you're going to have the little ripples on the corner. Now we're going to let the pie sit in the fridge overnight. And then we'll plate it for you tomorrow and show you how pretty it is. Pie sat overnight in the refrigerator. Now I've sliced it and I've put a little bit of the lime zest over it. Pie tastes better overnight. It sits a little bit better and has a better flavor. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Cuban with a Twist at Twitter.